everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of creating a vertical navigation bar here in Dreamweaver CS6 using sprites. Now, in the previous tutorial, part 1, I shown you guys how to look over your PSD file as well as save your image and create your HTML document. Now, if you saw the previous part, then you'll realize that one of the changes I've made was apply a link to my CSS style sheet. And in my CSS style sheet, I have my CSS already done. And you'll see that my navigation is already set here. Now, I'm just going to walk you through it because for the sake of time, I didn't want to code all of this while recording this video. So I'm just going to take you through a step-by-step process of what's going on here. So here where we style our UL, we have a width of 150 pixels. If you do recall, our image was 300 pixels in width, and 150 is a half of 300. And basically, one half was the icons that you saw going straight down in one line. So, and we set the height to auto. A float to left, which you can see our navigation is set to the left side of our document. Margin at 0 auto and padding at 0. List style is none. And here within the LI and anchor area, we have our background image, which is our actual Sprite PNG, which we went over in the previous tutorial. And we have no repeat set with a width of 100% and height of 100%, as well as a display of block. And for our list items, we have an overflow of hidden. That way, anything that tends to come out of this area is not shown. So, sometimes your measurements can be a bit off, and maybe within your Photoshop file or your Illustrator file, you tend to make something move like maybe 1 or 2 pixels off. So you just want to make sure that any inconsistencies does not show up. So overflow hidden allows for that mistake not to happen. And text indent basically removes our links from these images. So as a demonstration, I'm just going to delete that, press refresh, and you'll see that these links show up here on our images, and you don't want that. So that's why that's set. And margin top is set to 10 pixels. Let's just refresh that. Okay, now here is where we get into sprites. So you'll see that I have these comments for each button. And here we have a regular list item, and we have the styling. And as I said before, each image was width at 100 pixels and height at 100 pixels. So you have to mention that. And then here we have our links. So we have to set a background position showing our X and Y variables, and -40 pixels will give us the value going across our image. And remember, I told you on the left and right sides you had 40 pixels going across, and -50 will show where you're going from the top of the image. And if you remember, I told you the top and bottom were 50 pixels apart. So here at the bottom for our hover, we wanted to move our image position over to the right side of our image. And to do that, you went over -160 pixels and your X value stays the same. I mean, your Y value stays the same. I'm sorry. Now, here is basically the same thing. So your Y value will stay the same, as well as your X value for your anchor position. And you'll see a consistency within each button. So I'm not really going to go in depth with all of this because I will have the files accessible on the 1000 Ways website. If you have any questions, please leave comments below and I'll be happy to help you guys. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate all the support and hope to see you in the next 1000 Ways tutorial.